What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to Jim Carrey, one of the most beloved Canadians of all time, and somebody that I loved watching growing up as a kid. I loved him. And today, I want to take a look at an old video of Jim Carrey when he was still doing his stand up comedy live. And in this clip, he is talking about Canada, which I've never actually heard him do before. For the longest time, like a lot of Americans, I didn't even know that he was from Canada. So today, I'm really interested to see what one of my childhood Canadian idols has to say about Canada. So let's take a look.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jim Carrey, and how are you this evening? Alrighty then.
This is so... I was already smiling just seeing him stand on a stage. How many people in the world can you just see standing on a stage doing nothing and start laughing? He's that guy. He's that funny. And I'm sure for so many people out there, a lot of us love Jim Carrey and his movies and his style of comedy, and I know I'm not alone in that. I don't know. So back then, he was already doing the alrighty then thing. That's been a thing for a long time, I guess, that he came up with the alrighty then, or that he loves to do.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jim Carrey, and how are you this evening? Alrighty then. I grew up in Canada.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Wow. Whoa. What a round of applause. Oh my God. I wonder, is he performing this in Canada? Or I don't know how famous he was at this point, or where he was, or if this is in Canada, that applause makes sense. But even if he's in the United States at this point, I actually think Americans really enjoy when people from other places come and do stuff, especially if we really like them. And it's not we're not always so out of our mind patriotic, where it's you're not from America. It's yeah, even if you're from Canada or whatever, I can imagine you getting that round of applause. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but yeah, that's cool. From Canada.
Is there anybody here from Canada?
Okay, that makes me think that he is performing this in Canada. And that would explain the round of applause. And okay, thank you, Jim Carrey, for clarifying.
I used to get really upset when I told people where I came from down in Los Angeles, because I always got the same response. Canada? Wow. Must have been cold.
Oh my God. This is actually really funny to me, because he's talking to, clearly, a room of Canadians. This is Jim Carrey, talking to Canadians, and you guys kind of joking about us Americans. So this is interesting as an American, hearing this. Especially Jim Carrey talking about the most accurate thing ever. Kind of like what I was saying before, Americans, in general, we are, in real life, if somebody is from Mexico or Canada or Europe or something, in real life, usually Americans are very curious. If you come to the United States, a lot of the times we'll be Really? You're from Switzerland? Really? It's like it's another planet or something. And I think it stems from a lot of us Americans never like leaving the United States and like our whole life. And so it's kind of amazing to us that other people exist out there. So the other thing that's so accurate is the American sort of bewilderment, even though it shouldn't be that shocking that someone is from like Canada or something and in Los Angeles. But also this must be cold up there. Like the wow, that's accurate. And the must be cold. Like that is literally what, if there's any conversation about Canada or what in America, it's usually like in day to day conversation or casual conversation, it's that. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's very cold up there. Like that is all we know about it. So and I'm sensing Jim Carrey's frustration at that.
Now I just go along with them.
Yes, Canada. It was a frozen, hostile wasteland. And there was much work to be done if we were to survive the elements.
Oh my God, he is so good. Man, he's so good. I don't know if he's doing an impression of somebody or if that's just him being silly. I'm not sure, but I understand when Canadians want to troll Americans who don't know anything about Canada, just going along with it like, oh yeah, like we had to chop off a moose's head just to get the fire started, use its skull as kindling. It's like, that would probably work on a lot of us Americans, actually.
After boring a hole through the ice to find food, my good friend Nantuk and I would build an igloo to protect ourselves.
My God. He's really committed. He's really committing to this bit. I didn't know this little Jim Carrey talking about Canada. It actually has to do a lot with what Americans don't know about Canada, which is funny that that's what this is about, because I can relate and I understand, you know. I understand us Americans. As an American, this is how it goes. And as silly and overdramatic as he's being right now, I see a lot of Americans would probably like not even know this was a joke, except that he's doing like a crazy voice and face. But I am sensing that a lot of Canadians think it is frustrating and amusing that Americans think this is like real.
From polar bears and flying hockey pucks.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Then we would drink a lot of beer. And when Nantuk was ready, he would tell me the story of the great moose who said to the little squirrel, "Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat."
Oh my God, what a genius. I haven't watched Jim Carrey in a while. Huh, I kind of forgot. Oh my God, he's so funny. Man, it's cool seeing him like in his younger days, like doing this stand-up comedy. Because a lot of people, especially around my age, I think, know him as most people know him as a movie star. Let's be honest. He's really, really good at the stand-up comedy. Really good. Wow. I haven't seen him do this before. And, yeah, he's totally, like, I know it's an exaggeration, but this whole, like, crazy Canadians, this is what Canadians think Americans think. And it's not far off. Like, it's actually pretty accurate, I'm here to say. Not all of us are like that ignorant, but yeah, this was actually really funny hearing like Jim Carrey and Canadians kind of laugh at American ignorance, you could say. Not exactly what I was expecting, but very entertaining. So I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on Jim Carrey and his funny jokes and just how amazing he is. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and seeing Canadian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.